Hey, welcome back, everyone. Glad you could make it. We're back on this new map, the Pit. We're still playing as the Chinese, and we are going up against English opponent Quack. And I'm excited for this matchup because I haven't done well against English in the past. I feel like as the Chinese, you really have to decide, okay, he's massing longbows. Should I get out nest of bees? Like basically sprint to the castle age and try to get a nest of bees out to do something? Or should we just hold, try to put down outposts and get gunpowder turrets? Maybe just spam out archers? It's hard to say. Still trying to figure things out against the English in the feudal age, so I feel like this is a good opportunity. And I'm worried we're gonna see aggression from my opponent because the pit is pretty small. Notice how far away from the edge of the map my town center is. I mean, there's this huge forest on the back, a little bit of room, and then here's the town center. My opponent is just across here. It's not that far. So if my opponent wants, they can be in my base real soon. But more importantly, if they rally units straight to the front of my base, they're just going to immediately get to attacking. If you can just bring units over, it's annoying to go against an opponent who's close to you, because when they rally their units over, it's just almost instantaneous. They just appear in your base, and there's not much you can do. Okay, I like the placement of this Imperial Academy. Look at that. We're getting the mill for sure. We have to get the mill. We're getting the mining camp, and we're also getting this lumber camp. So I'm really happy with the placement here. And what did we scout when we saw our opponent? An early mill? Wood getting chopped? I think this is a wheelbarrow opening. A bit of a slower opening from my English opponent. So right when I was worried about longbow rushes, about the proximity, it turns out my opponent's actually doing a pretty slow build here and is going Abbey of Kings, a pretty rare English landmark. It will heal units all around it. And it's very good when mixed with high hit point, high armor units like man-at-arms, knights, and horsemen. We're specifically going to see horsemen in the feudal age. This Abbey of Kings is kind of it's kind of telegraphing that my opponent is going to get a stables, because horsemen are just such a good unit to raid with and then send the injured ones home to get patched up by the Abbey of Kings. Yeah, all friendly units that are out of combat by 6 hit points every second. Now, with my 2 scouts, keeping a close eye on him, we've identified all of this. We decided to hold off on making any military structures. We only recently built this barracks. We've upgraded our spearmen, and now we're going to produce maybe 1 or 2. But more importantly, we're putting down outposts near some of our gather spots. I want these horsemen to show up and just be under constant gunfire. And I'm glad I'm getting this early, because this is probably... stone is a key resource, and I didn't really have a convenient way of getting it. I had to go for this kind of exposed stone over here. So that's where I'm sending my spearmen. Here's this horseman. He's going to try and take out this villager. I'm not paying attention. I need to retreat this villager. He's getting stabbed down. Run for it. Maybe could have body blocked with the villagers here. But he'll get the villager. The rest are just going to work on the sheep, which are closer to the town center. He's going to retreat this way, but he just runs right into the barbican. And he should have retreated this horseman because it was injured. And look, he loses it. And now this horseman's going to start getting shot at. Yeah, his Abbey of Kings is already not working out for him because he's not keeping the units alive. Oh, never mind. That one's going to pay off. A 1 hit point horseman making it home. Looks like we're supervising food and wood right now. But we're scouting and we're seeing a bunch of villagers on gold and a lot more farms being added in and no other military structures. So we're going to have to assume he is just going straight for the Castle Age. So we're going to ease up on the spearman production. We're going to keep producing villagers, and we're probably going to rally them, over to stone, which we're supervising. Yeah, this horseman is either getting stabbed or shot at, so I'm happy. Yep, there's his horseman that got patched up. He's looking for opportunities, but I think he's recognizing that there aren't any opportunities here to get villager kills. So he's going to back off. Probably a smart move. Do we have wheelbarrow researched? We don't. We really need to grab that. And we've got so much gold sitting on this mill. Okay, good. Looks like we're microing our imperial official a little bit. We got to try and gather up some of that gold, because that'd be a quick way. Yep, that's how we get our wheelbarrow. Hearing more gunfire. Yeah, this horseman is not having a good time. Yep. Deciding where to put my next town center. I probably want it near a food source, so I'm just going to put it here. We'll grab up these berries, and these spearmen are nearby, so they can defend the villagers while they construct it. And there's what we suspected, the King's Palace as an Age 3 landmark. So it looks like we're both going to be on 2 town centers. I'll be down in age, but I do have the Song Dynasty, so I can produce villagers a lot faster than him. Hard to say who has the advantage right now. I would say the fact that his Abbey of Kings hasn't really done much, it pays off when you go kind of a long feudal age with it. But I mean, it can also pay off in the Castle Age if you just produce tons of man-at-arms and knights. I'm just kind of bracing for when my opponent is going to put down an archery range, because I do not want to deal with longbowmen. He's coming back in, but he's losing his horsemen. Yeah, he's taking a lot of fire. We've got spearmen all over the map. And I'm loving these scouts. The occasional spearmen that we're hunting for scouts or enemy horsemen. And yeah, the King's Palace is up. We need to look to go Castle Age ourselves, but we can do that very easily with all these villagers who were gathering stone now on food. So we're going to get our food up really quickly. And then for our gold, it looks like we'll just grab some taxes and turn them in. And it looks like I added just a few more villagers on gold. Now we need to militarize a little bit. Looks like we're getting down a stables, and we're scouting his own military production. We're seeing a barracks. Glad we scouted the barracks here. We're also putting these spearmen on patrol. I don't want his horsemen taking out this villager that I sent out to build walls. They probably scouted the walls, but we'll see. Yeah, he's probably trying to get rid of this scout, but nope. Okay. Yeah, we're just constantly curious, constantly watching, seeing what he's up to. And we're going up to the 3rd age ourselves. Now, at this point in the game, I'm starting to feel like it's my advantage because my opponent made it to the Castle Age, but I haven't seen them scooping up relics off of the map. You need to do something with your fast age up. This was a very quick King's Palace. Yeah, it's producing villagers very swiftly, and okay, here's a knight that's coming out on the map. That'll be effective if he can do some damage with it, but the Castle Age hasn't given my opponent anything besides his landmark. Which is good, but you need something else. And is he long distance mining? No, oh, okay. The King's Palace serves as the drop-off point. I'm in the Castle Age as well, but I kind of paused for a moment and got my Song Dynasty, so we're producing villagers crazy fast. That, and we're taking more off the map. We are already doing a deer hunt. Doesn't look like he's quite on it just yet. We are at our rear wood line. Not sure if he's at it yet. And we're starting to get a map presence. We've already got a wall down. That'll secure this sacred site and this relic here. Sending some spearmen and a scout in. I want to see how he's going to respond. Also sending this scout in, kind of on a suicide mission. And look at this. A bunch of man-at-arms. He's probably going to get the armor-clad upgrade for his man-at-arms and just attack me with heavily armored units. And when they're injured, he can just retreat them back to the Abbey of Kings. It's a clever strategy. He's already up to maybe a dozen man-at-arms, and there's the knights that we're harassing. Fortunately, we have kind of prepared for horsemen. Like, we've already got a lot of spearmen already out. And now we're recognizing all of the man-at-arms, so we need to get tanky units of our own. We'll get our palace guards out, but we need to get crossbowmen out. So I'd love to see the next set of military structures that we put down be a set of archery ranges. Good, we're cleaning up these knights, and it looks like he's gained upgrades. I don't think we have... Okay, we do have a blacksmith, but we're not doing anything with it just yet. Let's check out income. I'm impressed we're ahead. The English have really good farm economy, but we're doing well with these deer, with these berries, and looks like we're moving on to some farms over here. Wood, we're way ahead. I think he's transitioning to the rear wood line right now, so I think this is kind of a lie. The gold, I'm not sure about. I think we just have a lot of gold income because we keep collecting taxes. Getting good income from it. And it looks like we're both gathering stone, just kind of trickling it in. And now I'm trying to get more of a map presence. We're putting these outposts down. Really need to see more archery ranges. Like, I'm glad to see the 4 crossbowmen, but if we went toe-to-toe with his man-at-arms right now, I don't think we'd do so well. And I'm really happy to see scouts moving out. Scouts in the production queue. That's great. And we're spotting him getting out on the map, putting walls down. So that's good. We could probably come forward, take care of that villager. Maybe with just like a knight. And he's grabbing upgrades. Yep, he's gotten the arrow defensive. He just does not want to get hit with arrows. So he's going ranged defenses. But we're just going to produce crossbowmen, which do bonus damage to the man-at-arms. There we go. Let's get that villager. Scouts are just doing suicide runs through his base. And now he's gone ahead in food. Gold, we're about even, but yeah, I'm still ahead in wood. Where is his wood? Huh. Ah, back here. There we go. Got that villager, prevented the walls from going up. The nice part about man-at-arms is they're slow. So they move around the map really slowly. If we have good scouts or outposts out on the map, we can avoid them. Because we really want to avoid his army until we get enough crossbowmen. We only have 4 right now. You can see we've got more in the queue. We've got defensive emplacements coming out. And look at this. I'm putting down a wall in the center. I'm hoping we can use this to just prevent his army from just flooding straight to my base. Because that's probably what he's going to do. Just send 30, 40, 50. Oh my gosh, look at all this. He's already up to 24 man-at-arms. And it looks like he's just continuing to produce them. And there's the armor-clad. They're already at 4 melee and 6 ranged armor. Wait until the armor-clad comes through. These will be just incredibly tanky units. But they can't tear down stone walls, so if we get this up, should be good. Yeah, 28 man-at-arms, and yeah, they got the armor-clad. 8 ranged armor. So the crossbowmen are doing a base of only 5 damage, but they get +9 because they're attacking something that is a heavy unit. So it's not awful. But man, it's a lot of armor. And I'm glad I sent this one Lancer in. Looks like we're getting villager kills. Yeah, I just told it to attack his wood line. Oh, look at the villagers run. Perfect. His units pour through. And rather than attacking my villager, they go for the outpost because this thing has an emplacement in it. So they're going to go for the thing that's attacking them. Wow, don't even kill one of the man-at-arms. And he's sending them in. 31 man-at-arms. I send my units in, but unfortunately he's put a keep down. I was not expecting this. And I'll kill a few villagers, but now what can I do? I don't want my units to die to this castle, so I'm just going to send them to the back of his base. My scout spotted all these villagers back here, so I've just ordered my units to go to the back of his base. At my own base, I'm going to produce crossbowmen. Oof, looks like I made some Jugnu, unfortunately. They're not going to do anything against these man-at-arms. So it's kind of a base trade in a way, which is not good for me, because I don't think I'm going to do much damage with these units. But I am idling his economy. My economy is much more spread out. Oof, the man-at-arms are already going after my villagers, so I have to idle that food production. That's unfortunate. And now the man-at-arms are on top of us. But I did have relics nearby. I'm going to go for a conversion. His man-at-arms are swarming, but then they back away at the last second. And we end up converting 8 man-at-arms to our side with just a 6 health monk. That just might turn the tide if these crossbowmen can stay alive. And I mean, these are some tanky man-at-arms. All I need them to do is distract his man-at-arms while I make more crossbowmen. Oh, looks like he's sending his villagers back to work. Maybe we should have stayed there. But yeah, now he's attacking. He's sitting on top of my military production, which is a good idea. You should definitely do that. Thing is, he's not doing economic damage. And now the crossbowmen are firing. As long as there's crossbowmen here just getting shots, I'm happy. Looks like he's going to try and retreat, which is not a bad idea. I mean, he can just get back to his Abbey of Kings and be pretty safe. Fortunately, this outpost has a gunpowder turret in it. It's taking shots. And look, we actually finished the wall behind him, so he can't retreat. He thinks he's going to make it home, but he can't. I decide to retreat my units out. And now he's kind of sandwiched. He can't get out of the pit. He's trapped in the pit. I'll use his own tanky man-at-arms to distract, while on the back, the crossbowmen deal their bonus damage. This is perfect. These tanky units will distract, and then we'll just clean up on the back. And during all that, we're doing really well on the religious game. We've got 2 sacred sites, 3 relics. It looks like we're probably going to go for this one as well. We've got units nearby. Wow, look at that. I think my opponent saw his attack just not work out and gave up. Can't blame him. I mean, my economy is roaring at this point. Just look at this. It's a good matchup. Interesting to see the Abbey of Kings, and I liked the man-at-arms flood. Curious if we'll see more of it. Catch you next time.